Hello gamers, or should I say animators, and today we are going to be learning how to make an amazing looking car, seen in animations by Slamacow, modeled by Bootstrap Buckaroo. This animation I'm talking about is Tough Luck, and now to make this car I'm going to have to show you how to do some certain things. Okay, first of all, let's get rid of that crappy background. Alright, better. So, first I need to show you how to make expressions so we can get these wheels to work and make this a beautiful car. And before we get into all this crazy speed walkthrough of how I made this, it's like a 2-hour video, shortened it into like 15 or so minutes, and it's going to be split into 2 parts of 15. So yeah. Alright, let's get it going. Hello there, and today we're going to be doing a little wheel stuff. Before you want to make this amazing Minecraft car, you have to understand how to use expressions. Expressions are basically unanimated movement, such as throughout the time slider you can move it and it'll indefinitely do something. To get to expressions, you go up to here where it says window, animation editors, expression editor. Alright? Now you have to have your object selected or else nothing will appear. Once you have that, find out what you want to rotate on. I'm going to rotate on my x-axis. So I'll do rotation of x. Now, you select that. Now once you have this, you have to write your expression. Usually, to get this the easiest, you type it in, you copy that and you paste it down here. Now I have my cheat sheet right here. So now all I have to do is object space equals, equals, and then you type in time, asterisk, and then you type in your time. Now what this will do is now this should indefinitely rotate throughout the scene. Let me go ahead and move this to 1000 frames. Now you can obviously see nothing's keyed, but look. This wheel is turning on its own. Now this is the idea we want to get with our car. Only in the car you want it to only move when the car moves. And in order to do this we have to go back to our expression editor, located in animation editors at the top. Okay. Now we'll select rotation of X again and we'll go ahead and go all the way to here. Poly surface rotate. Now let's go back to my cheat sheet, and what we're going to want to do is type in equals again, space, and then we're going to want to copy all the way up to the point like we did before, only this ensures that you can type that out but it ensures that it's correct. Now let me check out what I want the translation to be, and then I think we're good. Alright, we need the translation of Y. So go over here. I have to do that again. Right here. Paste on it. Go ahead and paste that in. Type in translate in all lowercase, period. No. Yeah, I'm correct. No period. And then you put in a capital Z. It doesn't really look that way, but it's capital Z. Then you space. Now, an asterisk and space for your answer. Now this is the tricky part. You have to know what distance this is. Now to calculate your number, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to copy this just in case it deletes. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see how big this is. So this is a universal way of doing so. We're going to go ahead and go into a different view. Let's find a place on the slider where it's a little more straight. Honestly, I don't see one. So we're just going to guess on this. Alright, go up to create, measure tools, distance tool. Now we're going to select close to the top and close to the bottom. And this is the number we're going to use. Now, here's the math that we're going to have to do. Let me open up a new text edit file so you can just see what I'm talking about when I say math. Let me type this in all big letters. You don't need to see my cheat sheet. Alright, there we go. So we have this number that we just got. It is, wow, windows everywhere. We're going to need 6. So take 6. And then you'll have to multiply 6 by 2. And then multiply that by 3.14. Which equals, let's just say, X. No, because those times equals A. And then you do 360 divided by, whatever that is. We're just going to use the slash. Divided by A. And that will equal the number you type in. So that's in place of what you type in. So I've already gotten this one before. But just for reality and the fact that it could go terribly wrong, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the multiplication again. So it's about 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 3.14. Let me go ahead and do that on the calculator because I don't want to mess that up. 12 times 3.14 equals 37.68. Okay. Now I need to type that in so I don't forget it. I could forget it, and this would be terrible in the outcome. It's usually recommended to do this. I know you can type in any number, but this is for the best outcome. And then once you have this number that you get, you can do any ups on the numbers or downs to change the speed. So my number I got is 9.55. So we're just going to type that in, asterisk 9.55, create. Oh, there's nothing here. We have to select that first. Whoopsies. Right. Now delete, paste, 9.55. Create. Alright, ready? Go on the time slider. You can see nothing happens. Now, let's get rid of these distance tools. You're going to have to do that as well. Now, here is the proof that it works. You move it on the Y, or you move it on the Z, translations, and there you go. Your wheel is turning. It's all good. So, this is the principle of what I do in making my car. So you're gonna need to know how to do expressions before you watch the rest of the tutorial. And onto the tutorial. Hello there, and welcome to my little tutorial on how to make a Minecraft car. Completely like the way I made this, I was basing it off of Slamacow's car that he got modeled by Bootstrap Buckaroo. I watched Bootstrap Buckaroo's live stream on how he made his car, him making it and like improving it and doing all his stuff. And I took the basics of it and put it into this car that I need to do some stuff in the next animation I have to do for somebody that's gonna be awesome. And when it's done, you shall see it and be like, that's awesome. And yeah, so I think that's all I can really say, honestly. I'm making a Minecraft car for it. Right here I decided to import some wheels from a crappy car I made before. I don't really think it's crappy, but it's like, I don't know, it's not as Minecrafty as this one. Yeah, see the word Minecrafty, I don't really know why I use it, but it works, it applies. Let me adjust my mic a little bit. Okay. So what I want to do with this car is have it go on a motion track, and in order to do that, we have to use these expressions like in the tutorial. You have to have the expressions so the wheels will turn when it's on this motion track, and then literally all you have to do for the car, this isn't like set in stone. Like all you do is set up a nerve curve, but you set up an EP curve, set up your track in which you want the car to go, select the car, select the curve, go in the animation editor, animation tab, and there's something that says like create motion path. All you have to do is orient it correctly, and you can make a fantastic car movement animation bobber, and it's gonna be awesome. I've been doing a lot of testing with that. I think I'm gonna post an animation soon of a car driving. I don't know how I'm gonna make a story around that. I'm trying to test out the car driving, and I need a story to do that. And if you can come up with one in the comments, and I'll just do it real quick. Like, I don't want it to be more than about 30 seconds, let's say. I want it to be a pretty short story. It might just be like a little town scene. I don't know yet. But this car, the way I set it up is, I don't really think you can see it yet. We'll wait until we get some colors. But when I eventually apply colors, I use a blend shader. The reason why I chose the blend is I don't know about Lambert's really. As far as adding reflectiveness, I don't want to say reflectivity because I'm not really good at pronouncing that. But look at my history just pile up in there. All the inputs. Wow. But I don't know about reflectiveness and Lambert's, so I use blends, so I get the nice reflective look of the car. And then I use the color blue, but I made it set up so if I just change the color of the blue, it'll change the color of the car. So it can go from a blue car to a red car in like a click of a button. And then the outline is a different button, or is a different shader. It's just a little darker. I don't know. I don't know the word. It's like duller blue, duller dark, and darker blue. But basically, all that you have to know at the end of the day is this is a very easy to customize car. Later on, I want to be able to make a Photoshop file with like the wood block and basically how Minecraft is set up normally. The wood block. Wow. I'm upside down. I keep getting distracted. Wow. But it's going to have like the wood block, the wool, cobblestone, and everything's just ready and right there. And all I have to do is just go into the UV, switch and assign that. And then all I have to do later on is just go into Photoshop, change the color, drag it in. I don't know. But yeah. Just future ideas. And if you want to use them, it's fine. There's my cheat sheet for my expressions. I'm writing those expressions I taught you earlier. Right now we're doing a expression, so if the wheel moves on the Z, it moves. It rotates on the X. So, yeah. I don't know how much you can do as far as customization of these wheels. Like, see if you do it wrong, it can really affect your wheel. So, yawn. Wow, it's late, but it's even later in the video. You just have to keep messing around with expressions. Make sure you don't mess them up, because if you mess them up, you mess them up bad. So yeah, what I did was I set it up so if the car moves, the wheels move. And that's all you really had to do. I measured it with the distance tool like I showed you in the tutorial. Literally what you see in the tutorial is what I did to make these wheels. So if anybody asks about the wheels, I will literally just no. Please don't. But anything else you have questions about, like how do you mess with polygons, I might address that in a tutorial. And then I'll have like a link to it in all my other videos I make. I will have the assumption that you know how to do extruding or whatever you want, whatever I do. Because what I want to do is I want to be able to like post videos and then you'd be like, oh, that's a good idea. Not, wait, how did he do that? You know, I want you to be able to know how to do it and then see what I did and apply that in your own Maya animation masterpieces. So yeah, that one wheel was messing with me, so I messed with it. That sounds weird, but ended up one wheel worked and one wheel didn't. So what I did was I just copied them. I was like, you know what? I don't have time to mess with all this. Let's just copy the wheels. And so I ended up copying one wheel that worked over and over, and snapping it onto the I don't know what to call that, on the bottom there, which it doesn't move because mainly if I did that, I'd have to go back and, you know, mess with more stuff with wheels and stuff. So what I did, as far as all this goes, I just left it blank, and then all the wheels were parented to the car model itself, and then the car model and most other things are parented to that NURB curve, and that just, the NURB curve is what I move on the NURB EP thing, EP curve, which is how you make things drive, and then you can add banking or whatever, and it looks really cool. I have to fight a burp, sorry. Oh wow, double sorry. Yeah, here's me struggling to make this one color of blue. It looks purple right now. I just kept going at the color until I found one that I liked. Took a while, but you know, actually looking back, I might want to make it a little more reflective as well. But we have time for that, and there's a time for everything, so I'll do that tomorrow. After this, I'm going to bed. I'm going to upload this and go to bed. But yeah, for co-op animations, it's basically a side part of co-op gamers, which is where animations will be posted. So I highly advise you, if you like Minecraft animations, I advise you to go ahead and subscribe to Co-op Gamers. Gaming videos are probably going to be more frequent on there. It's about a gaming video a day and then an animation a month. So for a lot of videos that are going to be posted as soon as the channel launches. I mean, it's an existing channel, it just hasn't launched yet as far as video making, because we're trying to get everything ready. It's basically a group of guys that I'm very good friends with, and we're going to be making a lot of videos, and they're going to be awesome, and the quality is well worth. I know these people, and they know what they're doing, and the quality of these videos will be well worth your attention and your subscription. So I highly advise you to check out Co-op Gamers, link in the description. There will be no videos on the channel, but I am trying to get these videos started soon. Also, a link will be to twitch.tv, where I could do live streams sometimes about animations, like me modeling things, and you can ask questions in there. So that'll be our little outlet of figuring out how I do what I do face to face. Not literally, but you know what I mean. So we'll do those live streams, and you guys can check them out, and you can join me, and we can talk about Maya and blow up people's brains up, because that's what usually happens when I'm like, dude, I hate these vertexes, and they're like, dude, just get out of the call, I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, I don't know why I just randomly stop here. I think I had to go take a bathroom break, because my pinky, when I was modeling this, I was going and going and going because I knew I wanted to record it. And my pinky just got numb, and I was like, okay, taking a break. I also listened to the same song for like an hour, doing some test renders, but you can't even tell what I'm doing because it goes so quick, and then I just exit out. But yeah, I did so much to this one plane, because actually the car, basic part of the car is literally one plane, which is what I like to do when I do models. So I had to go and I had to delete history, because, you know, there was a lot of history that I had to go through. And that was causing Maya to lag and mess up, and that's not what you want. You want it to be very smooth, and you want it to work very well. And it eventually affected the way that my texturing was working, in that, you see where the car is, where it's blue? That was actually like a torch, but then there was space, so it was like see-through, and then there was like torch, and it was just bad. But there'll be a link to part 2. It should be up in the next few hours, and I hope you enjoy this video and subscribe to all the stuff. Check out part 2.
Co-op Gamers. Co-op Gamers.